DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Fucking there we go. Well, pilgrims, it's been another 168. So sit on down, load up your corncob pipe, crack a beer. Let's chew on some fucking trail dust together for a couple minutes. How about it? All right.
Oh boy. What's going on? What's going on, Jay? You're muted, homie. You're muted, homie.
Sorry about that. What's going on, bud? How you
Give
doing?
me a second. Of course, my camera.
Oh, you're fine. Technical difficulties. I saw that, man. That was beautiful, man. That was like perfect timing. But we can hear you just fine. We can hear you just fine.
Yeah. Just give me a second while I switch the battery on this bad boy here.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's like it's Thanksgiving weekend, man. Everybody's freaking like. Hopefully, bellies are full. You know, morale is high. I hope everybody's doing okay out there in Never Land. So that's all good, John. That's all good. Did you have a good week, John?
Oh yeah, man. I actually got a lot to talk about this week, man. It was actually lots of food. Watched a lot of good stuff that came out on television.
Oh no shit! Do you have any reviews for us?
Well, okay. Before we get to that, I need to talk to you about a certain show that we forgot to talk about.
Did we?
We forgot to talk about this show getting canceled. We
Which
forgot
one?
to Westworld. We haven't talked about it.
Right. You're right.
We've had so many guests. You know, I like this. I like this right here. I'm going to keep it like this for a minute. Yeah. So we haven't gotten to speak about Westworld since its cancellation.
We have not.
You know, and the last time I spoke about Westworld, I didn't even finish it, but we finally finished it here in the Sanchez compound.
Okay.
So,
what were some of your final thoughts, I guess, now that it's finally over?
So some of the final thoughts that I have, so listen to me, man. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
It's not the worst show in the world.
No, not by any stretch.
It's not the worst show in the world, but
the first season was some of the most captivating television of all time, probably.
The first season was fantastic. The second season that came after that, it was well written, but it got a little convoluted. Season 3, I don't know what the fuck was going on, and season 4 was just a big bumblefuck of like.
That seems
what happened.
The writing seems to have gone a little bit off the rails, and
could not be more happier at the fact that Westworld was canceled, because I do not want to sit there for another season trying to figure out who the fuck Dolores is this season. All right,
bro. Fucking when John gives that's like the stamp of death right there, dude.
Yeah,
that's like the King's seal when they fold up the orders that are written on the paper and they seal that shit with the King's seal and fucking wax. When John says some shit like that about a TV show, like, like, it's fucking real talk, okay?
Yeah.
That's like,
bored.
Like that's exactly how I felt. Like, it just got completely boring. Like, it really got hard to watch.
Well, I mean it when I say it. Like, I know you're serious, because like, it's easy to know how Jay's gonna feel about, pick a TV show or a movie. I'm probably gonna be like, fucking sucks, lame.
Yeah, man.
And jaded, cynical as fuck. With you actually like try to find some nuance, and you try, you enjoy a lot of different.
I wanted to give it
different media.
I wanted to give it a chance, dude. Me and my wife and I, we tried so hard to make sure, because it had a great concept. Did it not? The concept of it is there.
Dude, the first season specifically, I'll say again, some of the most captivating television probably of all time.
Some of the best writing I've ever seen.
If you go off of that first season, or even just the world that it's in, you could have like entire spin-off shows just based in the world that it's in. You know what I mean? Like, it's not very many shows can like do that. And where it would be like, it would be really, really easy. It'd be really, really easy to see a spin-off show like in WestWorld, or like the Samurai World or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you could make a whole show off of that. Or like, there could be a whole show where it's like single episodes with different stars with the same cast in Westworld.
I want more War World. That's what I want.
I would want to see like single episodes with a different star each episode, and how different people interact in Westworld. You know what I mean?
You know what that's like?
You can make a whole fucking season off that shit.
That's exactly what American Horror Story did with Stories, where they got tales. They fit pretty much like a whole season into one episode, and it told a whole story that made sense.
Right. And that's like, and that's kind of what I mean. But yeah, like you said, like typical fucking Jay, dude. Like, I was jaded by like, mid to late season 2 going into season 3. And then by like mid to late season 3, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. So like, I'm kind of like, just like mentally checking out. I'm like, I'm checking my phone more than I'm fucking watching the fucking show.
Yeah. So
and then, like, I couldn't even tell you if I finished it or not. Cause like I stopped fucking caring. I just stopped caring, John.
But we finished it. But for that, I'm going to give Westworld a 6 out of 10.
I'd say that's fair.
But I'm going to give HBO a 10 out of 10 for canceling the show.
Ooh. I don't think the fucking peanut gallery like that comment, John. You got all those fucking suckers of Satan's cock out there that like love their corporations, man. Like,
listen, it was. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Nolan, Christopher Nolan's brother. He worked on The Dark Knight. The Westworld producers are working on Fallout right now.
I enjoy Builders of Worlds. Like,
and they're coming
Dark Tower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and the same production company is coming out with Fallout. So right. I mean, I'm really hoping that they don't follow the same pattern here. So,
hopefully there'll be like a big giant AAR, and a couple people get fucking yelled at, and there'll be some fucking crosstalk, and everybody can fucking come to some kind of a consensus that let's not make some of the same mistakes that we made. They had the fucking rail line they were on was so smooth, and it was so captivating. Like it just captivating. That's the only word that comes to mind. Like, that first season was just had my fucking.
It was great.
Had my attention. Was like totally fucking invested. It fucking. You laughed, you cried. Like the whole 9.
Yeah. Now, you're going to hear me say Westworld one more time when I talk about my next review, when I go through my weekend review. Okay. But let's start the weekend review. First off, I'll segue my Thanksgiving into your weekend review. But to start off, watched another show this week that is blowing my fucking socks off right now. Okay. We are watching 1899.
Oh, is that the one that's made by the people
the creators,
that did Dark?
Yep, by the makers of Dark.
Okay. Yeah.
So, first off, they've done it again. Okay. They've managed to create a new world, and just when you think that they're repeating things from Dark, it's a whole new fucking it's just a whole new whirlwind. So to kind of give a synopsis, it's 1899, obviously, name of the show, and you get it. So we're looking at a ship that looks like a very white.
Where are they at? Where in the world are they?
So I don't remember if they're leaving out of England or like Ireland, but the story is immigrants going to America. You know, we're coming into a time that America is starting to build up, and they're receiving a lot of people coming in to start building the new world. Mm-hmm. You know, so a lot of people are looking for new opportunities. So they're these ships. You know, obviously, if you know,
yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had one. Damn it.
bet you can look one up on the fly while you're telling me about it.
I'm using a whole new thing.
So they're leaving
that one.
so they're leaving off a ship somewhere off the coast of the British Isles.
Yeah. But the backstory is another ship called the Prometheus has been missing for 4 months, and no one knows where.
Name. Oh, I like that name.
And this ship is called the Kerberos, baby. The Kerberos. I think it's called the Kerberos. I don't want to butcher the name. It has you'll see some familiar faces from Dark in there. A lot of minor actors, but the main actor is the actor who played older Jonas, and he's the captain of the ship. And now there's a ship missing in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. No one knows where the hell it is. No one knows what happened to it. Okay. And what's kind of intriguing to me is that I love the story of the Titanic. I love that whole historical factor of history there, because it changed a lot of the ways how boats are made today.
Right.
When you look at the ship, it looks exactly like the Titanic, except it's just draped in black. It's just a solid black ship. It's beautiful.
Fucking A.
Let me see if I could pull it up for you.
The fuck I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, so the ship is called the Kerberos.
Kerberos, okay. I like the name Prometheus, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and so the Prometheus is the other ship that's missing. So this is actually the Kerberos right here.
Okay. What you got? Oh yeah, that looks dope as fuck. Oh, look at that shit. That just looks haunting as shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're not.
That looks like some fucking haunted ass shit right there, dude.
Yeah, we're not fucking around here. And so
no.
So the White Star Line did not build this ship. It's a whole different company owned by a guy named Henry Sterling. And so, I mean, without giving too much spoilers, they do find the ship, but then they find the ship.
Yeah, opens up a whole nother fucking.
Yeah. So
what the fuck?
To end it here, the ship is empty, and they only find one child in there.
Dope.
So take it from there. Now, if you want me to,
you got the Nightmare on Elm Street fucking theme, dude. Like anywhere in there.
Hang on.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very creepy vibes. The soundtrack is amazing. You don't watch this during the day either, because it's very dark. If you watch it with a lot of lighting, you're physically gonna have a hard time watching it.
No. Plus, I mean, you got to go to bed with the heebie-jeebies, dude. That's what makes going to bed so much fun. You know. You just don't know if that boogeyman is underneath the bed coming to get you.
Exactly. And so we don't know what we're dealing with. Are we dealing with a boogeyman? Are we dealing with, so we have a lot of vibes here. We have WestWorld vibes. We have dark vibes.
Okay.
We have also this is another show. It is not for the faint of heart. It is very graphic. We're talking about
Stuff.
Sexual content. Not very polite either. We also have mass suicide. We we have there's a lot of dark tones with this show. So very dark tones.
Definitely R plus. So not for the kiddos.
Yeah, I definitely would not recommend this for children. Just like a lot of shows recently, they're killing off children in shows. I don't get the I don't understand. Yeah.
Dude, do you remember what fuck? It was a John Carpenter movie, and goddamn Assault on Precinct 19, fucking, and they shot that little girl fucking with their ice cream cone, dude. And when I was a kid, dude, I was like, oh fuck.
And people went crazy about it.
Yeah.
People went absolute apeshit about it. And this show definitely. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's not graphic. It's very graphic, and I definitely would not sit there and watch it with your kids. This is not. It's very graphic.
Yeah.
But like we have unfortunately said before, recently how grotesque art. These are things that happened in life. This is historical fact, and I don't understand. I don't understand the whole trend of killing children these days in the movies and TV shows.
There's a lot there does seem to be a trend where there's a lot of bleakness. I'm okay with the bleakness as long as maybe towards the end there's some glimmer of hope. You know what I mean? There does seem to be a long-standing trend of just desolation and there's not going to be a happy ending. There's never going to be a happy ending. And it's come on, bro. Come on.
And where we are now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be a happy ending. I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen Dark, dude, but that was one of the reasons why I like Dark so much. It was there was a happy ending at the very you had to get through the whole motherfucker, dude. The whole motherfucking thing. Yep. And Dark had the thing that I loved about Dark is that it had an ending that sealed everything. Sealed everything shut.
Everything. Every question you had, every little rabbit trail they went down in the show, all the questions were answered. And there was a happy ending. And it was and it gave you that that hope. And it was just that fucking that was fucking perfection.
Yep. Now, I will say the show is amazing, but due to its super graphic content, and when I say super graphic, I mean physically to a point that I actually fast forwarded to the completely next scene because I
now just for that.
Yeah, so I mean, due to the graphic content, I don't think that it needed to be there to progress story, but I am going to give this show a 8 out of 10, and I believe it's going to actually stay like that. I gave Dark a 10 out of 10. It had everything. That show had everything that I wanted to see in the show. This show has it all, except it gives a little bit too much unwanted. But great show. Go check it out. Oh, and a very interesting fact too that I read about the show. No one knows what's the original language to watch it on.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Because
nobody's read their lips.
The thing is that the best way to watch it is in German. This is a German written show, so watch it in German. And especially I feel like you get the emotion when you hear the German voice actors, play the parts. But you can also tell that some of the actors are not speaking in German. So there was a small fact that the actors in the show actually filmed the show in their native languages. So there actually may be a cut that you can watch it that way with the subtitles and everything, where everyone is speaking in their native tongues. But I think that is a very interesting way to shoot a show, is it not?
That is kind of intriguing, and I would be and knowing the way Dark went, that might actually play a part or play a role down the road. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, and I think it would be a cool production thing to do in the future too. Instead of putting voiceovers over these actors who are speaking Spanish in a German film, let them speak Spanish. Put the subtitles there, just like when we're watching an American film and someone is speaking in Japanese, they have the English subtitles there.
Do you remember? I'm sorry. You just reminded me of did you remember those stupid the most interesting man in the world commercials?
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ones was he can speak French and Russian. You know what I mean? He is the most interesting man in the world. Yeah.
That man, that guy made money though. All right.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That dude was swimming in it. Swimming in not just, he wasn't just swimming in money. Okay. I don't want to be crude, but the guy probably got more ass than a toilet seat. Okay. He was definitely the most interesting man in the world. I'm pretty sure he's still freaking walking and living amongst us too. So
yeah,
if you're out there, we love you, bro. We love you.
Absolutely. And don't forget,
add butter.
But yeah, Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving. Everybody loves Thanksgiving, especially if you're a fucking veteran. A military Thanksgiving is a fantastic Thanksgiving, but nothing beats a home cooked Thanksgiving. And my wife did it once again. We had the coquito, we had the pernil, the turkey, the stuffing, the gravy, the mashed potatoes. It was all there. Okay, just like every year, just like every year. 10 out of 10 Thanksgiving. And let me tell you guys, let me tell you something, all right? If someone in our Discord, actually did the military Thanksgiving at the American Legion. So shout out to, let me get that name for you right now.
All right.
Where is, there we go, military, American Legion. Yep, Distorted Phoenix from our Discord.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Look at the setup. Look at the setup. They got everybody. Oh, look, he's wearing the waffle top.
Yeah, there you go.
The good old waffle. Listen, if you ain't cooking with a waffle top, I can't trust you. All right.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Just saying.
Yeah, but they got a really nice setup here. Looks really clean, man. They did a really good job. Absolutely. But for me, when I think about Thanksgiving, I'm like family. A little bit of alcohol. I'm not crazy about. We're not crazy about football here, but sports is always in mind. Thanksgiving classic cartoons, things like that. So,
absolutely, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. So, how was yours, man? How was your week?
Oh, it was all right. We did a little bit of traveling this week, and then we went down to a place called Branson, Missouri. Okay. It's kind of like it's like a fucking PG version of Las Vegas. So if you want Vegas without any the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, you know what I mean? Go to Branson, Missouri, right? But no shit though, it's a pretty badass little town, dude, right?
Okay.
And there's all you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed, John. There's all kinds of shit there to do. There's shows, different theme parks, museums. There's a whole district called the Landing, where they have it's like a little shopping district, and where they have a couple hoity-toity fucking bars and shit. They do country shows and all kinds of stuff down there. It's literally like a PG version of Las Vegas. I'm not lying, dude. It's like in the Ozarks in Missouri, right? And it's just kind of weird little kick-ass town, But went down there to see my folks, and so that was nice. We did that the day before Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving we were on the road most of the day. But for our meal times, we hit Kansas City right around lunchtime, so I stopped at my VFW. So me and the girls shot a couple games of pool and watched a little bit of football while we had our Thanksgiving lunch at the VFW, and then continued up the road up to Omaha, Nebraska, where I got to have dinner with my beautiful woman Nikki. Thanks and courtesy to some of her cousins, some of her dad's cousins made us that plate. Yeah, dude, the plates they made were amazing, dude. And so like, it was very very wonderful and very like well received. Like I ended up taking a plate home and I ended up taking it like with us after that. Like so like I was eating Thanksgiving yesterday when we were driving home. So like it was delicious.
Listen, you people better you people better not be eating Thanksgiving dinner until like next week. You know?
Man, if you got it, man, like enjoy the hell out of that. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Thanksgiving is it's my favorite holiday, you know, and it's good to be reminded and to always be grateful and to always keep gratitude in your heart, for just being here and for like the people that you love, the people that love you, people you're there for, people that are there for you, all of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful time of year, and it kind of like ushers in a wonderful holiday season. You know what I mean? Where we celebrate the end of one cycle of seasons going into the next. And it's a good time of year, and it does put a smile on my face. And it's getting nice here. It's getting really nice. I like the kind of like overcast, like kind of fairly blustery, chilly days, where you got to like put the beanie on, keep your hands in your pockets when you're walking down the street, and just like, and just vibe with the earth, like we're doing it together. This is when the tribe gets warm. This is when the tribe stays warm because we stay together. So let's do it this season, this holiday season, we stay together. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah. And then, that was basically like, can't really say I watched too much, TV or anything this week, but yeah, we had a good time. It was a good little trip. Me and the girls, my daughters, logged another few hundred miles on our lifetime tally of like, it's probably like well into the hundreds of thousands at this point. So yeah, like that'd be my weekend review.
No, that's not bad, man.
Yeah.
What was your, well, I did write to you. I just, I'm grateful for you, man. I just wanted to let you know that we've had, I also want to say, that some of the connections that I've made recently have been because of you, so I'm grateful for I'm grateful for some of the friendships that I've made through you, like Brandon Wayner. We talk about you all the time, man. And, it's so cool. And it's so cool to hearing some more things about you, which is really interesting, about your army stuff that I don't get to hear that much,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear that part.
Especially
if it's Wayner, because like when me and Wayner were together, that was like we were at ALC down in Fort Benning. So
oh no.
He got to see me for like 45 days straight, like going through an army school. Simultaneously going through an army school and trying, and being like as productive.
Is that accurate?
Basically, like I was like simultaneously trying to be as productive as possible and do the best that I could, but every night, like I drank like a minimum of like a 6-pack of Yingling. You know what I mean? Because it was like it was like a vacation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'd been on training cycles and deployments for like the last, like basically like 3 years straight up to that point, almost 3 years straight. So like going to Fort Benning for 45 days straight, even though it was an army school, like I basically it was army school and vacation at the same time. So I had to like crisscross like both of those and stay responsible whilst also having as much fun as I possibly could fucking have. Because
absolutely
up to that point in the army, I had about I was a little bit shy of 8 years in. I was like seven and like 3/4 years in to my career. I had really not had a break. So like aside from going on leave, and the occasional 4-day pass or whatever, like I'd been going like hard for like 7 years. And when when Mother Army told me like, hey, you're gonna go to advanced leaders course down to Fort Benning, I was like, yes, I will. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate part was it was at the end of our training cycle in 2017. So this was just prior to like my my last deployment. God damn, I feel like shit even saying it, dude. Like, I got to go to ALC. We finished our brigade culminating event, right? Yeah. You remember when me and Ronnie J talk about climbing up that rock face, right?
Yeah.
That story we tell all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same story, right?
We finished that. I went to ALC.
Oh, shit. So it was like back to back.
Everybody else finished that and went to JRTC. So I missed JRTC. Like, I was sitting there fucking like pounding Yinglings and fucking doing like fucking infantry homework, okay, and going out to the fucking field for 45 days while everybody else was at JRTC, like just fucking sucking at life, dude.
Shit.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I feel like a fucking dog turd, dude, for that one. But that was just dude, that's just the way the way the Army cookie crumbled for me, man. Like, I didn't ask for that shit. That was just like the orders came down while we were in the field. The orders came down. Like, we were on an FTX, and like the fucking orders came in. I had to actually go off the FTX back to my house to get a fucking packing list together to fucking do a layout. And then I went back out to the fucking field. You know what I mean? Like, literally, so that like fucking I would be ready to fucking go. And I had to go to like on post to get like travel paperwork so that I could fucking drive my car, shit like that, like the whole fucking nine. I had to do all that shit like while all the homies are in the field. Like, orders came in, I get pulled from the fucking field. I get pulled away from my squad and shit. You know what I mean? And I have to go do all this fucking running around to get like travel paperwork and my fucking uniforms fucking ready and my packing list ready to go to ALC. And then I fucking rejoined them in the field, fucking finished the fucking FTX. And then, fucking, it was like everybody went to GRTC and fucking Jay went to fucking Fort Benning and fucking like.
No shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
No
yes,
shit.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's actually funny. But yeah, man, I just want to say I'm grateful. You know, we've been here a long time and we do this all the time. And just thank you, man. You know, we're another Thanksgiving. So I want to see what we're going to be next Thanksgiving, man.
Absolutely.
And I also kind of want to see what kind of Call of Duty is going to be out next year, or the shape of Call of Duty. I'm going to show some.
We're going to be talking about this one for a second, aren't we?
Yeah. So I'm going to show some footage real quick.
Okay.
You know, so right here we got some live footage. This is actual,
like right now.
Yeah, let me see, because this is actually Joe and my boy. This is actually Joe and my boy Bear. Okay. Let's see if we can hear them.
RPG's coming at us now too.
Yeah, you better be careful. I had to edit something.
Into cover. Reload our shit. Try again.
So very interesting. So okay, so let's talk about DMZ, man. I reviewed Call of Duty a couple days ago. Didn't really get to talk about DMZ.
Okay.
What do you think about DMZ?
I have got some very divergent opinions. I'm not going the way. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Fixed.
No, that's okay. So I've got some very divergent opinions, but they are equally on both sides of the spectrum. Like, I mean, like the pendulum swings extremely far in both directions.
Yeah.
There are aspects of this game that I absolutely love. This is what I would consider like a technically superior to Modern Warfare 19. The mechanics are better, the movements are better. Fucking playing core, what we used to call, playing core. Bodies drop faster. Bodies drop more realistically. Okay, so even though you have to fucking hit them a few times, it's working a lot better. Okay, the fucking AI, cannot say enough good things about the fucking AI.
Yeah, which it looks like here.
I've seen the AI glitch a lot, but the AI typically glitches when they are far out.
Yes,
that's like which you can use. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge out there. Call of Duty players, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can use that to your advantage when you're on a mission, okay? Another, because that segues right into my next fucking positive. I love that you have to be fucking tactical in this game. I love it. You cannot run and gun in this game. If you are playing alone, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's talk about that, because I've heard many stories, and I haven't heard a lot of people survive on their own.
I've extracted a few times on my own, but when I say like you have to be extremely careful and like everything has to go right, like that's kind of like that's the main thing. Okay, like it's a big part of the game where like you cannot run and gun. If you engage the enemy, the AI is good enough. The AI is aggressive. They will try to flank you. They use smoke. They use grenades.
They revive each other.
Yeah, they revive each other. They use RPGs. Like they act like an infantry squad. Okay, so if you attack 5 people, expect them to act like a fucking fire team. Okay.
Yep.
Like, that's just what that should be your expectation. Expect the AI to act like a fucking infantry fire team. Okay, a 5-man fire team, and they do. So that's one of the all of that is good. On the flip side. All right, so on to the negatives. So here's where the game starts to rapidly lose me, and this is where the fact that I downloaded the game for free. Free is exactly like what the game is worth to me at this moment, standing in time. Okay, this is where it turns into fucking potato salad real quick. Okay, anybody remember the old they used to fucking talk about John Cena and the WWE and call him fucking potato salad?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like this is where Call of Duty becomes fucking potato salad to me.
Okay.
Fucking. So I downloaded it for free. I don't expect any extra shit. Okay, the leveling up is a fucking nightmare. Okay, it is a fucking nightmare. Not a fan at all of losing all your shit. Okay, I have no problem ranking up. No problem ranking up and earning your keep and earning your way to X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
When you lose all your shit after you die, it can become devastating for the next like several games and just kind of like wipe your next several games. Like
and that's depending how good or bad you do too.
And exactly, and which is also dependent on where you drop in. But I'm not really gonna blame the game on where you drop in. Okay, like I would be so happy with this game if you earned your way to pick your own loadout and just go into this game with your own loadout. That like stop the presses right there. Like that's fucking it. And
that's what's so confusing about the whole thing with the insured weapons too.
Yeah,
because you can, but that's if you have the weapon unlocked and if you have enough attachments for it, which for example,
like you have to level up the entire weapon probably before you can put it. I haven't even made it anywhere near being able to add attachments to anything.
And that's where Call of Duty is losing a lot of people now, because now with casual players like you who just want to play DMZ and Warzone, they're in order to get some of these attachments faster,
right?
They have to buy the game. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like that's a big cop out. You know what I mean? Is it smart marketing? I don't fucking know. Maybe someone thought it was a good idea. Yeah, it sounds good on paper, but at the end of the day, you're paying upwards of $75 for a game that was $60 last year. So that's another, so you're not alone in that mashed potato, in that potato salad thing, because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are enjoying the game as a whole, but at the same time, like people like me and other people who I know who have bought the game, we're all playing DMZ and Warzone more than we're playing the actual game that we paid for.
Correct.
There's a lot to say about that.
Yeah, I think there is, and that's where we've talked about it on the show many times. We talk about product obsolescence, stuff like that, and it's like they're adding too many layers to it. They're making an extremely fun game less fun on purpose.
Yeah,
And why in the fuck would you do that? You know what I mean? Like why in the fuck would you do that?
Yeah,
Like,
and now the things that I like, the things that I really like about DMZ is that, well, one, if you're, you could be playing, so from what I understand, there's 15 to 20 other teams in there. So, you're going to encounter some people, but what I really like is the community. You'll meet some really cool people that you'll end up playing with. And then there's that other half that don't give a fuck and they won't communicate with you and they'll just shoot you on sight.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking.
Have you seen both? Have you been on both sides of that?
I chose a side.
You chose. What side? What side was that? What side was that?
If you're a human player in DMZ, I will shoot you on sight. I will shoot you on sight.
No shit.
That's how we play. Yeah, because we tried the freaking the bullshit, like whatever, freaking like being nice or whatever. Been fucked over every time. I've been shot out of a helicopter. Yeah. Shot out of a helicopter from inside the helicopter, like on extraction. And it ended squad
completely fucked you.
Fuck the whole squad. Fuck the whole squad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, we're good, dude. Like, if you're a human in DMZ, dude, like, I shoot on sight. Like, yeah, 100%.
So like for me, like my play style, I've had to become a little more aggressive because of people like that. But for me, I go twice.
As you should.
My thing is I say friend or foe twice. If you don't speak to me or answer that question within the 2 times that I ask, I'm going to look for you and I'm going to kill you. I just, because
I will leave people alone. Like if they're driving by in a car and I'm on a roof, I'm not just gonna start spraying the car. I'll let you pass.
I actually got into a situation yesterday, just like what you're saying. There was several teams, and so we killed one guy, and we said to his boy, like, we know you're here, we know you're alone. You don't, it doesn't have to be like this. We'll let you revive your boy. We don't want no fucking problems. We're not going to loot your stuff. Don't fuck with us. And so as going down the hill, I saw a guy enter the shack. Okay. I let him be. And I said, I'm going to let you go. Don't fuck around. So what happened as soon as that helicopter came down?
He started fucking around?
He started fucking around. Made the exfil, but he started fucking around. Now, there is a high player toxicity in DMZ.
Yeah, I noticed they cut the other day. They had the when you would start infilling at the very beginning of the game, you'd hear like the lobby, like the mass lobby.
Yep.
And it was just a cluster
chaos.
And chaos. So like they patched that. They've cut that completely out. It's like you don't even hear anybody else going in.
Yeah, they're actually
that's actually one of my negatives though too, is the load time. Is like because
load time is pretty insane. Yeah. I've actually experienced a lot of laggy servers too.
Well, I understand why the load time is the way it is, so I'm not exactly mad about it, but that's another negative aspect of the game, because if you have a bad game, what I call a bad game, if you get killed in let's say less than 2 minutes, it's good. Like the you waited longer to load in than it took you to die, and then it's going to take you longer to load back in, and then because you died, you're going to have to repick all of your weapons. And so that's another negative.
Yeah, there's 2 sides of the coin. Because like for me, I guess
the emphasis is really on staying alive and winning. The emphasis is be tactical in this game.
Because what I've been doing lately, I've been going in, and I'll do quick exfils. I'll pick up a couple contraband weapons and I'll exfil so I could have that in my inventory, just in case, in case I die a couple times, I still have something behind. But I think the challenges are really good. I think they did a really good job with this game mode alone.
I like it. I do enjoy
it. I'm starting to understand now that, and thanks to our boy Aguilar, another one that I said I've been building, relationships because of you. He was the one that explained to me that spawns are not too far away from each other. And we encountered a couple people through following the spawns and trying to recruit other people to, not very, nothing special. You know, a lot of times we got killed a lot, but people have become more aggressive. People, you know, but I am curious to see what they're gonna do next with DMZ. That's what I'm curious about.
I would like to see 4-man teams.
I would love to see I know that you could recruit people, but I mean, I feel like the 4-man team, I don't understand. I mean, I guess in some way I do understand, but at the same time, we communicate better as 4-man squads, or we could do mantling better. We could.
There's a lot of like just I think the whole game would work better in 4-man teams. You know what I mean?
Everything changes. Everything changes with 4-man squads, does it not?
No, that's a lot of times I notice when we get overwhelmed in the game. So like you can play it fairly well, but it's definitely like moderately difficult in 2-man teams.
Yeah.
With 3-man teams with good communication,
you can get it done. You
can pretty much get it done, and with a marginal amount of success, depending on how many hornets nests you want to stir up.
Yeah,
because again,
that is AI, so perfectly said.
Yeah, because the AI they really did a good job with the AI. Like I cannot say enough good things. The AI is the perfect difficulty setting. It is perfect. It's not too easy. It's not too hard. But
some areas too, you get fucking bombarded. Run.
You'll get fucked. You cannot run. It's a lot more like real life. So there is some of that, non-player character dumbassery that still occurs. Like they will not do things that they would do in real life, obviously, or like a player character would do. But it's close enough that it adds a layer to the game, and that is the AI is what makes it a lot of fun for me.
Absolutely,
because if you're
I love the AI.
If you're tactical and you're working well with your team, it is so much fun to like shoot, move, and communicate. You know what I mean?
Because, I have to say, I am so glad to hear that you're enjoying it, because it's very hard to find something that really that really throbs your knob.
I love the tactical nature of it. It's a very fun game to play because it's about as close. Like I said, it added on to Modern Warfare 19, and they did it very well. They did it very, very well. This is much better than the fucking beta that we tested fucking a few months ago.
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
Yeah,
this is way fucking better. Way fucking better.
Yeah,
like,
and
that
honestly,
was like, yeah.
It honestly, dude, it felt good to play with you those couple games, and it was actually funny because that game that we played with you and Aggie, I don't know what happened with the communication that day, but what was funny is that we were to laugh about the situation. You went around the building and like we were trying to get your attention to come in, and as soon as we don't know what happened, you were fine, and then me and Aggie turned around, and all of a sudden, pop, and we looked at you, and you were like, what's going on? And you were trying to find like the right tactical spot. Pop. And then you got popped.
Yeah.
So you definitely you get some crazy moments.
Yeah, the AI will pop, like they'll hit you quick, and if you're not, you can't. And on top of like not just running and gunning, you can't just run through the map because there's
you can't.
There's enough enemies spawned like naturally in the game that like
and they fly in.
They'll see you from a distance, they'll take a pop shot, and as soon as one takes a pop shot, you just fucking stir them all up. So as soon as you start murking motherfuckers, more start coming in.
Yeah, and so it's always good, like we said, to communicate with your team, like who's running Overwatch, who's running support, who's running assault, who's carrying the smoke bombs, who's carrying munitions. These are things.
Which is why I wish you could infill with a loadout. Like I have no problem earning the loadout, but I wish you could infill with a loadout. You can eventually, but you have to unlock everything. And like I still have no attachments for any weapon. Like, but I'll tell you what my favorite weapons are. Like the loadout I use.
I want to hear about this. Yeah.
This is the loadout I use. A fucking LMG is a primary. Okay, a fucking SMG is a fucking secondary. Fucking smoke, frag, and a fucking munitions box.
Yep.
If I'm playing by myself or if I'm playing with a team, fucking that's what the munitions box is for.
Yep.
Like that's it. Like
You will
money makers. Those are your money makers.
You will upsell a fucking lot of fucking ammunition depending on what areas you decide to go to.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, they did a great job. I'm highly impressed with DMZ. I'm scared to know what's going to happen next since people are enjoying it so much, because you know what happens when people enjoy things too much.
Yeah, the company wants more fucking money, and they're just gonna fucking like.
They're gonna churn that shit and they're gonna squeeze the milk out of it, bro. Yep. And that is what I am truly scared of, because the mechanics look great. You got to enjoy the Have you low crawled yet?
Oh yeah, all the time. I low crawl.
Oh, that's right. You low crawl all the time.
All the time. What are you talking about, dude? Like, I creep on a motherfucker, dude. That's what I love about this game, dude. Like, and that's the cool part too. Is like the AI isn't fucking easy. But if you're in a good tactical position,
they won't see you unless literally their eyes are on you.
And then you're just fucking like you're wasting all of them, dude. And that's why I love the fucking LMG and the fucking SMGs, dude. Because you just fucking I just get sick with it, man. Turn into a fucking surgeon, dude.
So we've been meaning. I mean, unfortunately there hasn't been like any fucking major news the last couple weeks.
Sure.
But there was the VR killer headset that will kill you.
God damn it. This fucking dude. Tell me about it, John.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up the article from I believe Kotaku? There it is. Look. I don't know what to say about this.
What you got?
All right. The Oculus Rift creator designs new and improved headset that kills you to death.
Kills you to death.
So Palmer Luckey, creator of the Oculus Rift, a device that I have right over there, has invented a new VR set he calls the Nerve Gear. Luckey, if you've never heard of him before, has a history of being a notably weird dude, a libertarian and a Trump supporter. Which I don't know how, because I'm a libertarian and I don't know how. Whatever, whatever.
Are you sure you're libertarian?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother episode that we'll talk about.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm pretty sure you didn't know that.
No.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it after the show real quick.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
It's actually kind of funny. It's actually kind of funny. I don't, because we're not a political podcast, but I would love to tell you. I would love to tell you why, though. I would love to tell you why.
I'd be interested to hear it.
Luckey is credited with restoring the VR industry to prominence, only to have his company acquired by Facebook and seemingly pushed out under a cloud of conflicting reports about his political affiliations over the years. His dedication to Hawaiian shirts, shorts, and bare feet led to many believe that the Silicon Valley character Keenan Feldspar, played by Haley Joel Osment, was a parody based on Luckey, which is a great show, by the way. Silicon Valley is a hilarious show. If you like a show that parodies corporate Goldberg, how do you say it?
Corporate what?
Conglomerate,
yeah.
If you want to watch a comedy show that makes fun of all that shit, watch Silicon Valley. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, it says here that the title of the blog post, the Nerve Gear is named for the VR headset in the popular Japanese media multi-hyphenate Sword Art Online, a story in which people are trapped inside a VR MMORPG and told they can only escape the game by completing it. If at any point their hit points drop to 0, the headset bombards the user with a high-powered microwave, killing them instantly. The franchise began as a series of light novels and now spans anime, manga, music, and even games, and apparently Luckey is a big fan. But the anime of the show arrived around the time of the Oculus Rift began to take off. Wanting to get closer to the favorite show, the fans in Japan began buying the device in mass, turning Japan into the Rift's second most popular market. That's when the emails to Luckey began. And literally thousands of people reached out to me asking variations of, have you seen Sword Art Online? When will you make the Nerve Gear real? When will you make the Nerve Gear real?
That's what people want. Like, that's like like reverting back to earlier in our conversation where we talked about like fucking bleakness, like lack of fucking hope, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's out of all the fucking mangas and animes and fucking like everything out there. People want to fucking like a goddamn like VR headset that'll fucking like murk your ass in real life.
Yeah. So then he
Holy shit.
he says in a post that the idea of tying your real life to virtual avatar has always fascinated me, and you instantly raise the stakes to the maximum level and force people to fundamentally rethink how they interact with the virtual world and the players inside of it. He goes on to say, pumped up graphics might make a game look more real, but only the threat of serious consequences can make a game feel real to you and every other person in the game. This is an area of video game mechanics that has never been explored.
Oh my fucking
Despite
God.
the
Do you wanna
long
know why?
history,
Do you want to know why?
because of shit like because of people like that.
No, not at all. Because like if you're talking about real life consequences for a game, like we already fucking play that shit. It's called real life. Like that's like the whole point of fucking playing a goddamn video game. You know what I mean? Isn't necessarily to fucking like, God damn it, dude. Like, God.
So wait, so this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the article. Are you ready? He says the good news is that we are halfway to making a nerve gear. The bad news is that so far I have only figured out the half that kills you. The
like,
perfect
so
VR
far, we've
half.
only killed 10 people.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
the
Like,
VR half of the equation is still many years out. But this is the part right here. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, so I mean, it gets crazier than that. I mean,
I don't know how. I don't know fucking how.
It's safe to say that this has been tested on people before. Okay, I mean that if he knows that it kills people, that means he's tested it before.
I don't know if I want to know. Like,
so are we looking at war crimes, Jay?
I don't, man. God damn it, dude. Like, fucking, it can't be fucking anything worse than fucking what Russia's doing in fucking Ukraine right now, right? Like, good God, like, fucking, like is that? I don't think that's what we're so much better as a species than this. You know what I mean? Like, it just like making VR headsets that making VR headsets for video games that'll kill you in real life, so you can rethink how you play the game, even though it's supposed to be a game.
That's perfect.
And I'm really kind of missing. Like I must have missed something in the memo there. So like I don't know. That one's a little. That one's what do you call that, John? A bridge too far. That one's a bridge too fucking far for me, dude.
And you're not walking back that bridge because they're blowing that shit up like the Ukrainians are. And speaking of which,
I don't feel like playing fucking Saw, dude. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like you know what I mean? Like that's not. I play games to feel good. You know what I mean? Like to have fun. You know, like DMZ has a lot of potential. Can be very, very fun. You know what I mean? Like speaking of which, after the show, man, we gotta get down tonight. You gotta fucking get me in with some of these guys, dude.
I got you. I didn't even I played this morning and then like I gotta get with you because I have to finish my co-op missions. You gotta play. I'm telling you,
I'm through a couple of the fucking like a couple of the tiers.
Those tiers. Those tiers are hard. They force you to kill other people. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
So you sent me some stuff about Ukraine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So which one do you want to watch first?
Do the one where the dudes they got the dude surrendering, because it's like a whole thing where like he explains like what was happening, and I kind of like you kind of feel for this dude, right? Because like like, and he basically like they caught this dude surrendering to a drone basically, and the drone led him basically to the Ukrainian lines, and like, but yeah, that's like and it's him like in a hospital bed basically or whatever. But he does not appear to be wounded very much at all, but he's just telling what happened basically. So yeah, if you want to pull that up when you get a chance.
Got you.
Oh,
I guess not. Here we go. Whoa. Don't start, motherfucker. All right, so this is, and it's got captions too, so.
Yeah, you might want to take our pictures down.
We have.
It'll block.
Oh, wait. Here we go. There we go. You know what? We'll do this one.
There you go. There you go. I like that. There
All right, so here we go. So we got some footage here.
Сдаться, ну, как ты вообще сдался? Ты можешь рассказать еще такую краткую историю и все?
Ну, я, получается, сидел в окопе. Места нет. Я пошел в другой окоп. Тут уже птичка летала ваша. И так из окопа бегал. Арта летала.
Those of you guys that don't know, he's basically being debriefed right now. That's what's called debriefing. So he's a prisoner of war. He's being debriefed. He's being asked questions by the Ukrainian side. This is a Russian soldier being debriefed.
Я не знал, куда сдаваться. То есть изначально... И вот, получается, когда последний снаряд прилетел, когда я прыгнул в окоп, я остановился. Ну, получается, встал, смотрел на ваш дрон.
And there you see him start waving.
Yeah, there it was.
Два шага вперед, он, получается, вперед, ну, назад летит.
Oh shit.
Там не ожидал, что так из окопов будут выкидывать.
And now he's talking about how
Выкидывал кто?
he was basically like abandoned by the people
They
around
threw
him.
him. They threw him.
Yeah.
Старостин Андрей Игоревич.
This is where he's going to identify his
23-10
unit.
20 лет. Город Аст.
They fucking betrayed him.
Yeah.
Подразделение.
ЧВК Вагнер.
Дальше.
DMZ Wagner. Terrorist organization.
Штурмовик. 5-е ШО.
Stormtrooper.
Пятый отряд, правильно?
Ну, 5-я штурмовая группа. Как?
Количество людей
Yo.
в отряде, в группе. И
Yeah, this is a debriefing.
So his own boys threw him out there to the wolves?
Yeah, I mean, like with very little training, yeah, like straight to the front lines, basically.
1,5 дня.
Thank you.
Когда привезли нас на лагерь, я хотел оттуда убежать. То есть...
Watch what he says here.
Тип. Когда он убежал, то есть у нас в ЧВК Вагнера его аннулировали.
He's trying to say when he ran away.
То есть, ну, тоже там...
He was thinking about running away. They warned him that they would be killed if they ran away.
Расстреляли.
Сколько с вашей
And then
группы
they shot somebody that tried to run away.
Не знаю.
Ну, до этого все группы, которые приходили, скажем так, за день до тебя, за день до вашего подразделения, то есть приходили еще другие группы вашего отряда. То есть ты знаешь, что мы их всех убили.
Ну, сейчас, да, знаю. А до этого я не знал то, что там, ну, знал то, что там группа, вот меня туда просто ввели и добавили, и все. А то, что, ну, там были 200, ты об этом я даже не знал.
Oh.
Сколько ты дней у нас уже здесь живешь?
4.
4-й день. Только скажи честно, сколько с этих дней времени ты был связан или с тобой как-то плохо обращались?
Нисколько, ни разу такого не было.
Твое ощущение?
Отлично.
Все, видишь. Все, я был рад тебя слышать.
There you go. That's a
Well, holy
military
shit.
debriefing with a prisoner of war. Like, I want to say right now, unequivocally, like we feel for like anybody that's like gone through like the struggles of war. As you saw, like that young man from Russia, like was basically like shoved to the front lines, you know, with very little training. It's hard, you know, it's easy to crack jokes and have a lot of like dark and, you know, gallows type humor about what's going on there. The reality is like there's a lot of bad shit happening. It's still a fucking war. And unfortunately, young men like him are conscripted and basically forced into like what they're doing. And unfortunately, a lot of them like
thrown
like,
literally thrown into the wolves. Literally.
Yeah, and they're basically like becoming like, you know, mulch for sunflowers, you know, next spring in Ukraine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's and you got to see that young man, I guess, like had I would say the good fortune of
living.
Yeah, being alive, and then like he was able to surrender to a drone, even, you know, and that's kind of fascinating. Like that's kind of a next generation, you know, way of.
And I want to talk about that too, because that is interesting. Because back in the day we started with muskets, and now we're using. You know, we used to. You know, I remember the one term: "Do not shoot until you see the whites of their eyes." And now we're coming into a thing where we have a mechanical video game, if you will. A mechanical real life video game toy, using it to bomb parts of countries and using it to fear people to a point to make them surrender.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, and there's I mean I can't count how many videos I've seen this year, starting on 24 February of drones dropping bombs on either, Russian soldiers individually, in groups, on APCs and tanks, you know what I mean? And just the drone war over there has really taken, ground war into the next generation. You know what I mean?
And let me ask, none of this fighting is happening in Russia. Like, it's not hasn't even touched Russia.
Ukraine has struck at strategic targets in Russia, but not very far inland from their border. It's been like refineries, ammo supply, ammunition supply dumps,
stuff that's right there.
Yeah, and within proximity of their border, proximity of their border, and they haven't done any invasions into with ground forces. Like, they're staying within their own territory. This is all to get Ukraine back, like in its whole.
Yeah, because and that's why I want. They're not coming in because they have the capabilities of flying jets over the fucking place if they wanted to.
Yeah,
but they're not doing it.
They don't have. Ukraine doesn't have the biggest air force right now, even with a lot of what other countries have given them.
Yeah, they could,
but they have to be very, very careful about what they use. So that's why they don't. You don't see. Part of the reason you don't see a lot of videos of the Ukrainian Air Force right now is because of strategic reasons, right? Like, they don't want people to know where they're flying. They don't want people to know where they're housed.
What they're flying.
Yeah, like all of it. It's
because people seem to forget, like, one little photo. Not only do photos get geocached, which is a big thing. I could take a picture, like that picture of you that I took in front of Kaufman.
OPSEC is a real motherfucking thing in real goddamn time.
And people seem to forget that the way that technology works. If I take a picture of you in New York City, and people and I post that original picture on Facebook, they can track where that picture was taken, not because they looked at the picture and looked at the backgrounds, but because of the information that picture has.
Correct.
These are real life things. This is how they catch predators. This is how they catch.
Correct.
They go. Little things like let's say there's a sex trafficking case, and this is actually an actual example where in the sex trafficking case, a picture of a victim was found, and they didn't copy and paste the photo. They put the original photo in a forum, and they were able to track where the picture was taken and able to raid the area, because of stupid terrorists,
Yeah, and that's exactly right, and that's where what's happening in Ukraine right now is a travesty, and it's an abomination. And
there's a lot of shit going on that they're not even talking about in the news either. Like, there's a lot of shit in the inside, like politically, that they're trying to fix. It's bad.
It is, and it's one of those things where the whole world kind of got scared in February when Russia went in, and then all of a sudden Ukraine shows its teeth and pulled its claws out, and the whole goddamn country rallied and started like whooping that fucking ass, dude.
Yeah.
And Russia has taken such staggering fucking losses. Like, their military is functionally finished. They are literally like
the morale is low too.
Well, fuck yeah, beyond. I mean, nobody's left. Like, anybody that was there in February is gone.
Yeah.
Either killed or wounded. I mean, we're talking like it is catastrophic. Like, the how many echelons of their military has just been like, they're like the Russian military's back has been completely obliterated, and so they're literally just throwing people into a meat grinder now. Now it's becoming like a human. It's a war crime. Like, it's a war crime against their own people. Sending them out there. You know what I mean? And the Donbas is about to go back to Ukraine. Crimea is about to go back to the Ukraine. And then as soon as that happens, Russia loses the Black Sea. And that's a whole nother level of fucking strategic shit that the world is like functionally shitting its pants about. But it's like they brought it on themselves. And it's one of those things where it's like, and that's fucking war. And
there's even some surrounding countries too that are even reporting of some like sketchy behavior in their borders as well too. So everyone's keeping an eye out.
When you tempt the wind, don't be surprised if you reap the whirlwind. You know what I mean? Like that is like what did you fucking expect? Eventually somebody was gonna fucking fight back. Eventually somebody was gonna fucking fight back. And after Russia took Crimea,
just like that.
After Russia took Crimea and large parts of the Donbass in 2014, the whole country was like, never again. They've been preparing since 2014 for this shit. Yeah. And so like they were like, they didn't even give a fuck if anybody gave them anything. They were just gonna fucking figure the fuck out. They were gonna
fight them. So what's do you want me to read the description here? Or do you know?
Well, I can send you a Wikipedia link if you want, but it's just the Holodomor massacre.
Okay, so yeah, because the description that I have here from the Reddit is today in Ukraine and the world, the memory of millions of victims of the how do you pronounce that?
Holodomor.
Holodomor is being honored. 90 years. The number of victims of the Holodomor of 1932 and 1933, according to various estimates, varies from 3 to 7 million people. Some researchers also call large figures. Let me pull up the video here.
Wikipedia has it at 3.5 to 5 million, but that's still fucking millions of people. Literal millions.
Колись Москва хотіла знищити нас голодом.
That's right, this is what you were saying.
Вороги забирали останнє, лишаючи по собі лише смерть. Але вони не зламали українців. В пам'ять про це ми кожного року запалювали свічки. Сьогодні ми знов запалюємо свічки, тому що Москва знов намагається знищити нас. Тепер темрявою і холодом. Але наші свічки сильніші за їхній морок. Наш вогонь не згасне. Ми знову переможемо смерть.
Okay, so even though we didn't understand what they were saying, although if you do know Ukrainian, if you're familiar with the language, you'll understand. But what I got from that was that we ain't backing the fuck down. That we've been through this before, and we're gonna do it again. And some of the information that I have here is the Day of Memory for Victims of the Holodomor is an annual commemoration of the victims of the famine that killed millions in Ukraine, falling on the 4th Saturday of November. The day is also an official annual commemoration in Canada and observed by Ukrainian diaspora communities in other countries.
There you go. That's it. And that's like, and yeah, you can tell they didn't forget, and they're taking it out on fucking Russia fucking right now. So
this is the time to do it.
It sure is. And yeah, if you happen to be a Russian soldier watching this, and I highly advise you to find your nearest drone and walk towards the Ukrainian lines and just give it up, because you don't need to join the almost 100,000 of your homies that ain't never going home. So, because I think they're in the mid 80s right now, John, with KIA. Like since February, bro.
I think so too.
Since February. Can you imagine if the U.S. Army lost 85,000 people in like 9 months, bro? Can you imagine how fucking catastrophic that would be? Like we're talking like utterly catastrophic. There's I don't know how to describe that militarily, other than like it's a crushing defeat, and like they're just like. They're only holding on out of like the ego of one asshole who happens to be in charge. Like this fucking cocksucker, dude, like has fucking thrown like his country like into the gutter, like for a long time to come now. Like nobody's ever gonna trust them again for anything.
Yeah. And I'm glad, and I'm so happy that you're well aware of things like this, because I've never heard of this before. This is probably one of the craziest things I've ever read in my life. This is just as bad as the Holocaust.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's literally. It's
like it was a Holocaust.
It's literally exactly what happened.
This is what happens when assholes are in charge. Like
so the Russia-Ukrainian problem has been a thing
for a long time.
Yeah.
And Ukraine Ukraine was one of the first, if not the first, Soviet republic to fucking leave when after the Soviet Union collapsed.
Yeah,
like Ukraine.
Oh, so they've been trying to just be themselves for a fucking long time, and they just keep on getting fucked with.
Ukraine is older than Russia.
Yeah,
Ukraine as a nation is older than Russia. Like it's by far.
Well, this is true. You know, the Soviet
Union
don't exist no more.
Read your history, kids. Like
I would, and you know, I would really love to have a conversation to hear, because you know, a lot of people don't know what little things struck the end of the Soviet Union.
Very true. And there's a little. You can almost die.
It wasn't just one thing. It was like a number of little things that happened throughout the course of like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and some people draw parallels to what we're seeing right now in our own country, and I, you know, and again, like I don't want to be bleak. I don't want people to think that there's no hope, because there is. And I'll tell you right now, even if you can draw parallels between the former Soviet Union and our country right now, our country is way fucking better off. And I'd fucking definitely say that, like, if you were born here in the States, on some level, you won the birth lottery. Okay. Like it might not be the greatest existence. Fucking, there might be a lot of problems fucking going on, just like there's problems everywhere. But if you grew up in the West, you know, like if you grew up in the States, in Western Europe, you know what I mean? Like if you're there right now, like you're kind of doing okay. And there's a lot of other good places around the world. We're not against any other places in the world. Fucking South America, Africa, man. We're all fucking homies here, dude. We're all fucking homies here. There's beautiful, amazing places worldwide. Okay, but if we're talking about just in general the birth lottery, like we got lucky. Okay, we got lucky, and that's like that's why I was fucking, you know, for all the shit I could talk, I was proud to fucking fight for us. You know what I mean? Like all of us. You know, for everyone that couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like I got no problem going to fucking Afghanistan and fucking like getting down on fucking like murking some Taliban, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking zero fucking issues with that shit, man.
Yes,
like,
sir. And now,
like, that's how we give back. You know what I mean?
That's how we roll. And now that we're coming up to the end of the show, before we get to our final thought, which you're taking over, I just wanted to say I learned of this new thing that veterans are doing.
Okay. So
apparently veterans have now found the answer to thank you for your service.
Okay.
The answer that a lot of veterans are saying now is, you were worth it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's nice, right?
I do. I think that's pleasant. I know traditionally it's been the, you know, thank you for your support. If you want to be sarcastic or you're not paying enough attention, you might accidentally say you're welcome. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of like the, you were worth it.
Yeah,
like
it's a new internet trend, you know, but it's a good internet trend.
Absolutely.
And I want to spread that to you, and to all the veterans who watch our show, you know, let them know.
I might have to try that out a couple times. See how that works.
Because hey, at the end of the day, were they worth it? They sure as fuck would, you know.
I would do it all again in a heartbeat. And you know, if there's somebody out there that wanted to do it and couldn't, or didn't ever have the opportunity, or even better yet, didn't want to under any circumstances, you know, didn't want to serve, I happily took their spot. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And because our country doesn't conscript any longer. We did, and we realized the error of those ways, you know, at great cost, you know, during the Vietnam War. You know, we have an all volunteer military. We actually have an NCO Corps, which since February, like, Russia doesn't have, you know what I mean? And you can tell they don't have it, which is why they've fallen apart, you know, on the battlefield. We have an NCO Corps. We're actually proud to wear our uniforms.
Yes, we are.
You know what I mean? And
yes, we are.
It's one of those things where, you know, for all of our hubris,
that's just how it is, man. And we have a great NCO Corps too. We have some fantastic fucking NCOs.
For all of our hubris and for all the mistakes that we've made throughout our history as a country, there's a reason they call America the Great Experiment. Okay, we're a democratic republic. We're a democracy. Okay, and we're ruled under the rule of law because we respect it, and that's why it's a great experiment. It's democracy under the rule of law. Okay, and you know, when we see fascism start creeping in, when assholes start trying to ban books, you know, when people start trying to you know, eliminate one genre, one subsection of society, or hold one subsection of society over another, when we're all Americans, okay, we really need to like take a couple steps backwards and fucking check ourselves. Last time I checked, the fucking motto was "E pluribus unum," means from many, one. Okay, we're a nation of immigrants. We're a nation of natives. Okay, and we're all fucking one together. Okay, you know, fucking united we stand. Fucking, we ain't never gonna get divided again. All right, because we already fucking tried that fucking like 150 some years ago. We ain't fucking doing that shit again. We ain't playing that game.
And some of y'all tried to do it again on January 6th. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen again.
I'm not ever gonna be ruled by a fucking king, dude. I don't do fucking fascism. Okay, my grandparents, my grandpa fucking fought against fascism.
I'll take a president. I'll take a president any day of the week.
Fucking dude, you trust me. You don't want a fucking dictator, and you definitely don't want a king. Okay, and you don't want one person or a person surrounded by a bunch of fucking yes people licking that person's ass, fucking ruling over you. Okay, because eventually something's gonna be wrong with you.
Yeah, and then after that, free press is gone. No more podcasts, and then me and Jay are out of jobs. So
out of jobs, man. We're gonna be fucking getting lined up, dude. Except they're not gonna be lining us up, dude. We're gonna be breaking the people getting lined up out. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're gonna have us on the line, and we're gonna be like, "Don't fucking touch me! Don't touch me! Do you remember? Do you know who I am?"
It's gonna be like fucking DMZ, dude. You're gonna hear a couple crack shots go over your fucking head, and fucking Jay's gonna come out of the forest and fucking liberate all them fucking prisoners, man. You know what I'm saying?
Here comes Jay, the fucking Rambo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it took a step too far. Yeah, no. We don't fight. Here's the reality. We don't fight our fucking brothers and our sisters. We don't fight our fellow Americans. Okay, we're all fucking Americans. We're all fucking Americans. You guys remember the fucking day after 9/11? Fucking, you guys remember fucking September 12th? I do. The whole motherfucking country was united. That shit was like barely over 20 years ago. Like, get your fucking shit together, everybody. It ain't about fucking this party or that party or whatever. You're a fucking American, dude. Like, act like it. All right. Like, look at what the fuck Ukraine's doing right now. Fucking literally fighting for their own freedom.
Yeah.
Okay. Much like our country, we like to tell our fucking tall tales about. Much like our country, fucking goddamn fought for our own fucking freedom, fucking over 240 years ago. Get your fucking shit straight, America. We're better than this. All right. We're brothers and sisters. We fucking serve together. Fucking now, because of who we fucking vote for, we're gonna fucking like all of a sudden start having fucking like internet spats with each other and like cut each other off. The fuck we are, dude. We just had Thanksgiving, man. How many people did you call? How many people did you not call? All right? Think about it, guys. Get your shit straight. Right. We love you. Fucking get healthy out there, guys. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of it, man. Get your fucking shit.
That's right. And in saying that, guys, thank you so much for coming. Make sure you check out all our boys, 80s Babies Gaming. Fuck it, check out NJ Blaze online. Keep going. Keep checking out that website. Okay, Frenchie's laughing, Jay's laughing, you both are laughing over here. Okay, just still give them the analytics. Okay, go check out You, Me, and Lore. Which, dude, I love I love that show.
Good.
I love listening to that podcast.
They are good at what they do,
dude. They really are the fuckboys of podcasting.
They drink and they know things. So that's like, what else can you say?
Yeah, check out Aggie OG, your boy Aguilar, because there is something wrong with that guy, because he is that motherfucker drops like 60 kills a game every time I play with that dude. He is something else. He really is. You know, go check out Mike J with Running with Scissors. They got, we had them last week, which is a great episode, great interview. Fuck, Pablo Martinez, Chris Patterson. Who do we have anybody? The Paleo Giant. Which go. Actually, the Paleo Giant just came out with a new video today. Okay. He came out with a new video today. check out his YouTube. Go check him out. It's great content. And you know, he's one of our most active leaders right now in DD214 in our Discord. He is so active. That man's gonna get the DD214 Employee of the Year award. You know,
absolutely.
And he just joined the team. But you know, everyone, you know, we're coming into Christmas, so next episode we're gonna see Christmas themes. So if you do not come over here without your fucking ugly sweater, because I will fucking kick you out the fucking door. And I'm not talking to the hosts or my producers. I'm talking to my viewers.
Yeah.
You better come in with your ugly sweaters.
I think I can do an ugly sweater next week, John.
I think we could do that too. And also, I just want to say, if you've been bad or good, Daddy's sending you a piece of coal. You're getting a piece of coal.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you right now. So send me your address and I will send you a piece of coal.
All right.
I will send you a piece of coal straight up. Okay. I don't care. Send me your address. This is why, because Christmas is going to be easy this year. Okay. Christmas is going to be easy.
If I'm going to get coal either way, that doesn't sound like much incentive to be good. So I'm just going to keep staying bad as fuck, dude.
You're a bad boy anyway, Jay.
What can I say, man? Fucking.
No. What did you say?
Love it. Fucking love it.
Well, yeah, man. So today is your final thought, my friend.
Okay. Well, yeah. Like John said, we're getting ready to go into the holiday season. I know traditionally this is a time of year where there's a lot of introspection. It's getting colder outside. A lot of memories are flooding in. Might have had a fucking really rough ass year. Fucking the rain never stopped. Fucking it's been pouring on your head for fucking ever. Like, this is what you need to hear. We're here for you, okay? There's people out there for you, okay? Don't try to test a permanent solution to a temporary problem, okay? All right, people love you, okay? They will miss you. You are loved, no matter how unloved you feel right now, okay? And I want to flip it a little bit, because I like to flip it every week. Somewhere down the road, somebody might need you. Okay, so if you're looking for a reason to stick around, because it might not be tomorrow, it might not even be a year from now, it might be 10 or 20 years from now. There might be somebody out there walking the path of life right now that's going to need you. Okay, and you're not going to be able to help them if you're not there. All right, pick up the phone. All right, you can dial 988 or you can dial 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Okay, there are licensed behavioral health specialists ready to take your call. Okay, and you don't have to just be suicidal or just whatever. You can also just call if you need to just like get some shit off your chest. That is what they're there for. They're there so if you're spiraling out, okay, they're there to freaking guide your plane out of the spiral, okay, and get you back on like a level playing field so you can continue walking your own path of life, get around those blind spots and those corners like DMZ and Warzone, and continue fucking kicking ass on all your fucking demons, because you're a bad motherfucker and you ain't going to give up. All right? We're going to see you here in 168 hours. I'm not asking, I'm telling. All right, soldiers, Marines, Airmen, fucking Coasties, fucking Guardians, all y'all motherfuckers. All right?
I want to be a Guardian, by the way.
Sticking with us. Stick with us. You'll be on the fucking winning side. Promise. Love you all. John, love you, brother. Look forward
love
to
you too, man.
Look forward to a fucking very festive fucking episode next week.
Oh, me too, because you know this is my time of the year. This is my time of the year, guys. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you so much for coming to the Clean Sanchez studio. Make sure you check out the keychains. We got the keychain now. It's okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Please. No, thank you. No, stop. No, don't stop throwing the underwear. We don't want it. Nope. I'm married. Nope. Yep. Nope. Keep it to yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next fucking week.